Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to the Reggaecy, where we endeavor to preserve the legacy of reggae and dancehall. Now, as you know, I'm Oliver. We have Randy in the red shirt, and we have Shane next to me, right? So welcome again, my brother. We want to do everything good?
Yeah, man. Let's up.
Give it
Much love and respect to everybody as always.
Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody stay safe. Also, thanks to all the people for joining wherever you are in the world. Whether you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for returning. And do try to check out some of the other videos. Like, comment, please, subscribe. We like the feedback. We get a few, but we like some more. And just subscribe, because that helps to keep the channel going and help us to come up with more content. So just hit the subscribe button, people. Take a second and do that for us, please.
Yeah, all right. Check in and share before you even jump into that. Like I said, check in and share because it's sure where the masses are the audience interested in us. So we just hope people continue to check in and share. And what we say share, check in, subscribe, and share. Share your thoughts to just comment like Oliver and Shane said down at the bottom below. Just comment.
Yeah, man. So we have an interesting week this week. A whole heap of music will come out. We get into that because I feel like I think Randy said before, like it's a revolution going on right now, or something are going on, and we like it. But we discuss that further. Before we do that though, we're gonna jump into some hot topics, like things where are going on right now. Yeah. So Popcaan. Popcaan. Popcaan back on the scene again. We reviewed the album the other day, but him do an interview the other day on Hot97. And for everyone who don't know, Hot97 is the big urban radio station in the New York tri-state area. We don't get these looks, so it's good to see. We discussed it before that we'd love to see more dancehall artists get coverage. They used to in the past, but I guess things changed. There's been shuffles. Maybe we're not doing the numbers as before.
And then COVID, Japan.
Yeah. But we had Buju, and I think he did Chronics. So now he do an interview with Popcaan. He said some things, but he said one specific thing where I think everybody kind of hear. If you not hear, we want to discuss that right now. He made a statement about Mavado, right? Ebro asked him if there's any way that situation can be kept on wax, right? Without it going to any violence or anything like that. You remember what him said, Randy? What was Popcaan response?
Well,
how you feel about it?
Yeah, so I like how Popcaan, how him respond. I love how him respond. And him call it, and me not take side here, but I feel like him call it as I honestly see it, and how I've been feeling is, like, I don't know Popcaan personally. And him call it like, oh, I've been seeing it over the past maybe couple of years and stuff, because I want good music from Mavado. I like Mavado. I think he's a very unique talent. But it just seems of lately like he's been using his talent for mischief, right? So Popcaan's response clearly and explicitly pointed to that and basically said, Mavado, right now, in my end system, irrelevant. You need to make some music. You need to put out an album and focus on that. You see me?
The specific word was a challenge if you put out an album.
Exactly.
When was the last time Mavado had an album? From his first album? Did he have another album? You can double check that quickly. I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I think the first album was David Brooks. I don't think he had another album after that.
I think he never had another album after that.
I'll check right now.
Yeah.
Actual album?
Yeah.
Yeah, he have two. He have the first one, Gangsta for Life, and then the second one, 2 years, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah.
That was 2009. So he has not put out an actual album in 11 years. And I'm gonna let you go back, Randy, but that makes me wonder then what was the point of signing to
We the Best?
With We the Best, an American label where usually focus on albums and not singles. I'm confused. I'm honestly confused.
But a label where put out so much content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, if I'm to respond to the question you asked first, like how I feel about that and how I feel about what Popcaan said, I feel like he was right on point. Again, I explicitly share that I have nothing against the Gully God. I have nothing against the Gully artist. Mavado. I rate Mavado as far as all of them put the effort them put in prior. You dig? Him getting respect and him kudos for that. But I feel like artists have to quit feeling like them can continue living on past glory. You dig? Because I mean, right now, if you not have nothing for sure, you have new people keep on coming. And 10 years is like a lifetime cause for people. New people get introduced to the culture. And if you, Mavado,
and the pace is going faster than before.
Yes.
The music piece is it's funny, but I just want to highlight Randy because if people go back for those listening and look at what our comments were when he had the issue earlier in the year with Vibes Cartel, we were pretty much saying exactly the same thing. Maybe not word for word, obviously, that Popcaan is saying that he should make some records, right? Even with the Drake issue, we were like, where is the music, right? He went on Instagram and posted his home when he had the issue with Vibes Cartel.
Yes.
That was his response. And we were like, okay, everyone know you have a home.
Yeah, so he probably said that he might do right now, or, that's
right.
basically probably what
which is hypocritical, actually, because that's what he said only a few months ago, right? And then as soon as he believed Drake then call him name, he responded to that one, though. He didn't respond with a home. Him actually run with it. So it to me reinforced what we've been saying. And what Popcaan said. It's just a grabbing attention type of thing.
Popcaan say, man,
he probably felt like the Vibes Cartel wasn't worth it at the time to respond. But Drake is a bigger fish, so let me throw my name in there. To me, I don't know him personally, and I don't know, or he probably will feel a way, but to me, it's almost like he's competing, and I said this before, like an old school type of competing. The pace has changed. Right? One time gone, if you're so-called Dan, you can sit back and just watch the thing. Nowadays, a man this say if this back or say something or produce.
Yeah, we product. I mean, for me, the key thing where Popcaan says that him use him time and him use production, basically, putting out music for stay relevant. Use mischief and controversy and whatever for stay relevant. And we respect that, and that is a very mature and professional outlook on the business.
Yeah.
You get what I say? And when Popcaan say, yo, the man are chill, that's how we feel like since him got out We the Best, like him stop put out the hits when he used to put out, because Mavado is a great artist. You get what I'm saying? He put out some nice big tunes like up until that point. You get what I'm saying?
You think that me not cut your shame, but that have you confused though? Because to me, guys, Khaled seemed very calculated. And in team, why this is not?
We think more to get that link that is for this relationship. You get what I'm saying? We always say that a relationship important. You get me? Because Khalid did their own bounty and them on this. So, you know, Mavado, in familiar Mavado from a long time.
But you think maybe there's something going on that he's not? Because this is why I'm asking that. I'm saying, if Khalid is so calculated and organized, and his rollouts are always impeccable, right? And they're a team, why is Mavado's? It seems like when Mavado roll out his actions are not in line with what's going on.
I think what we need to do is if there is one, figure out what exactly the deal was. You know, like our artists would have a 2-album deal or a 3-album deal or a 5-album deal, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to get some clarity on what.
Sure.
Okay, you're signed to We The Best. What was the deal? What was the contract? Is it a 3-album deal? Is it just a?
Maybe it was singles.
Was a deal just to put you on the roster? What exactly is the deal? You get me? Because if it was a 3-album or whatever album deal, album would be spitting out.
Right.
Yeah. Because we haven't.
That's a good point, actually.
Excellent point.
One album.
Excellent.
So what deal was it?
Yeah, excellent point. But it still remains to be said that in my opinion, Mavado have an opportunity, and he's been in this position for a while for show himself more to the world, because why hasn't he been doing it?
No,
what is preventing it?
And you know what has done for me too? You see, around the time you're right, but Khalid didn't know Mavado. However, right? You remember in the time when you get the sign, I mean, you can probably check. But in the same period of time when him get signed to We The Best, Mavado did hot.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
As in him put out some decent hits. I think at them time he put out like Star Boy and some some nice hits. And I believe, if I'm not lie, around them time there, when I'm sung, they get featured in a Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
By Rockstar Games.
Okay.
You get what I say? So me remember personally, I say, yo, Mavado thing loud enough.
Look, Mavado,
you get me?
Mavado has been with Nicki Minaj on records.
Yeah.
He's been around with Future, Jay-Z on Jay-Z
Keys
before.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
in the video in Keys.
So
a lot of rappers like Mavado. I actually think he was the perfect candidate to bridge the gap, because him sing J style and the way in Vice, in unique Vice, it almost reminded me of what Akon was bringing to the game. And I was like, I don't want him to just be a singles guy or a hook guy, and I'm sure that's not what he want, but that was his lane. And he did a couple hooks, but then after that, I don't know what I don't know. I think Popcaan basically is right to ask him what's going on, bro.
It's kind of ironic that we're talking about Popcaan's interview, and we basically the whole thing take over with Mavado.
No, we're going to go back to Popcaan.
No, me not complain. Me basically I try to tell you, say, the man put the pressure on Mavado now. So we need to see how Mavado gonna respond, because he's quick for respond when Drake said something. Is he gonna respond? For Poppy, he should have been responded actually.
That's what I'm saying. The pace is different. Ever since Drake do back to back, the thing different now. And then you have to respond.
And then with Pride and all of them thing there in our thing now, him will probably feel like say him above that, right? Would that be what the word?
I don't think him can dismiss Pop.
Would it be a case of you being delirious or just delusional?
Yeah.
And things say, I'm bigger than that, I'm above that, man. I need to answer to, man like Popcaan or whatever the case is. I don't know what his reaction or thoughts were. Can me sure this come across in table or in desk. But probably him then now go be like say, man, disregard them, you there, whatever the case is. Or and Popcaan basically stretch a olive branch and say, anything is possible in a Popcaan. It's for the culture. So if you want to say, I could do some work and cut out the foolishness, I'm ready. So that to me is some OG move, bro.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, small fry, no pre them really.
So you think him gonna respond, Randy? Do you think Mavado is gonna respond?
I don't think so. He hasn't responded up until now. And this has how long has this thing been circulating?
It's last week.
And just last week.
And you know what?
It does feel like longer than that to me. Like
I mean,
like a week and a half going.
Because content can move fast, so it feels
longer.
It's
just not because it wasn't when the album dropped.
But you know what too? This reminds me of the time when I remember whose interview it was. Seen and what his name? Rick Ross was the Rick Ross would be to that situation what Khalid is to this situation. And Rick Ross will say, yo, drop the foolishness and make you go make some hits. We don't have time for this. You get what I'm saying? So, on a level, me more interested to hear what Khalid have to say about what Popcaan say.
That's why I
you get what I'm saying? And what his thought process is like, say, yo, the man I stretch an olive branch, yo, Mavado, and if you take the link, I make you do some work.
Right.
Or is it a case where him go to say, yo, me make them do what they do? Because a Rick Ross would say, yo,
so
we could do it.
So there's gonna be a new Khalid album. Let's see if Mavado is on that album.
Yeah, but
if he's featured on it.
That not exciting to me.
No, but that's
no. Well, I know.
I'm saying, if let's see if he's on the album. He's been on every Khalid album since he's been there. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
If he's something is going on.
Yeah. So if he's even if he's on this new album, it wouldn't mean anything since he's been on all of the other ones.
But what if he's not
on it?
Yeah. What if he's not?
Well,
is there something? That's
what does that mean? Yeah. What if he's not?
Is there something going on? Why?
Khalid, you mean?
That's why I'm trying to respond to you saying that you want to see Khalid would do what Khalid is going to do. Why would he do something if they're not? You know what I mean? If they're not as close like before. But why would he inject himself in there?
Because, I mean, I think it was the same situation with Rick Ross, I would say, where he's not necessarily involved in it, but guess what? This artist signed to Mavado Music. You get me?
But which artist we're talking about? You're talking about Meek?
I think it was between, was it Meek and
Drake?
I don't remember if it was Drake. It's not this recent collab me I talk about. This was between Drake and Meek, personally. But I don't believe, I remember, I think Wale was involved and somebody else. I don't remember who. Right? Between Meek and Wale.
But they're both on the same level.
No, it wasn't them in the feud. It was one of them and somebody else.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't even a case where they were trying to rectify it. It's like Rick Ross take it upon himself to say, yo, underneath we fix this because we have work to do. You get what I'm saying? So in the sense now where Popcaan stretch out the olive branch and say, yo, if you're ready for work, we're ready.
But I'm playing devil's advocate, and I'm saying, if I'm DJ Khalid, and this has been a failure, it's not working, why would I even inject myself into this?
But I wouldn't even say it's failing because I don't like him to put out an album on it.
It is failing. If I have you for 10 years and it's very mediocre content, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm in business to make money. We don't know the details, but why would I inject myself? Maybe he doesn't agree with what's going on.
Yeah.
Like the last time Randy said, I mean, we're speculating, but last time Randy said, I'm curious what Khalid have to say about his own artist I go at him best buddy.
Drake.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, for real.
So why is he not saying anything? So that's why I'm saying, is there something more?
Right.
Yo, that's flying over my head, yo.
Is there something more? I will ask everybody out there. We might be wrong, we'll speculate, but we'll look at it with some serious lens, like all angles. What's going on here?
But
go ahead.
What's the bigger trouble? We know it might seem like we are stretched this out, but what's the bigger trouble now? And another thing that was revealed in the Popcaan interview, Popcaan actually a visa now and can fly to the United States.
Well, that's what he said.
Well, why would I make claims like
let
that
it
real?
He's done this before.
What?
He said he would okay. Culture clash a few years ago in Atlanta. Remember when Popcaan did have his own team go against, they were saying he was coming then too.
Right.
There were posters up.
They were saying?
He was saying this. They were well, he's on the bill. And they were saying he's going to be live. I don't know what his issues are, but from an immigration standpoint, if they're felonies, you can't come here with felonies, serious felonies. So I don't know. That's what I understood was his issue. Otherwise, I don't see why he can't come.
So hold on, the way I try to tell me, say, this news to me again now in Oliver. Popcaan, a bad boy? Popcaan a felonies?
It could be drug felonies. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to speculate. But usually an artist is not that difficult to get a visa. Usually if an artist can't get a visa, there's a felony involved or something serious.
You know, I think back through and I scroll through my mind, and this is brand new to me. So people, again, if you know anything about this,
we'll see if he does show up. I'm waiting for him to be here.
But the point I say is, it's a big deal. A big deal.
Yeah, it would be a bigger deal if he could come.
Because again, and I watch a point, you know. Popcaan coming to the United States and performing on any show, any platform is a bigger deal than Mavado performing anywhere right now.
He's bigger than Mavado. You know what? I'm glad you bring that up. I make a go next year. He made a comment and he said there's certain people in dancehall that me surpass them expectation of me. Mm-hmm. And that's actually how people are in general. And he said that now they're mad. They're mad at me because I surpassed their limitations and that they put on me in their head. Mm. And a lot of people did that to Popcaan.
Yeah.
Because at the time, Popcaan was the lowest on Gaza back in the day.
True. Not only
Rhino, Ja Vinci,
not only that, I can't see how them look on him like he's a local boy. Look at Popcaan and look.
Become small in stature. Yes.
I know him move. You know?
Yes. Them underestimate him. Me don't want to start nothing and bring up the whole thing. But Bunty himself too. But the difference is I think Bunty has acknowledged that. And has reached out to him because at one time he was saying, who is Popcaan?
Yeah.
A lot of them would say, yo, what's a Popcaan?
Yeah.
But he was right. I keep going above where their limitations are for me. Over 10 years, Papi, I do it, you know.
Yeah.
So at what point am I a legend? To me, he's ahead of Mavado right now. Mavado might not want to hear that, but it's the truth.
Another question again. Is he ahead of Alkaline?
At this moment, yes. Alkaline is missing in action. I don't know what's going on. I don't even want to go in Alkaline.
At no point in Alkaline career was he bigger than Popcaan.
So the Alkaline fund, the data fund, them are going crazy right now.
So before we move on from that topic, anything else stick out to anybody from the interview? Randy, anything where you like?
No, you know what we did actually happy about say Popcaan though. When the question was posed about possible conflict with the police and thing in Jamaica, I was happy that Popcaan shared that, you know, there's no conflict with the youth and the police of Jamaica. And that, you know, Jamaica shares in the pain of what went down with George Floyd. You see me? Them understand it, them embrace it, and them share that, you know? So, me did kind of like the fact that him clarify that so people understand, say, really and truly, you know, traditionally, people probably would say police this and police that. But, you know, right now, the people that we are, in my opinion, majority are contribute to the deterioration of Jamaica and Jamaican culture, or the so-called gunman or badman them. Yes, of course, you have police corruption, right? And hopefully that get weeded out. but me not see nothing blatant where like what happened with George Floyd, where police are, you know, out there and stand up on man neck and them. Nah, say it not happen, you know. But nothing crazy like that, no, not highlighted in.
And that's what Popcaan said. That we don't have videos, that don't mean it don't happen. Right, exactly. So Shane, for you, anything stick out? Wanna touch on?
I mean, we touch on each level, each thing where you know him say, because like me say, when him say yo, him reach the sun and a chill. That was my views at that point. Like, you know, me rate Mavado as an artist and me look forward for new music from him and me just not get it. You get what I'm saying? So and then when nothing new come out, it's just like
lukewarm.
You know, just a regular.
It sounds like Oliver hint at something. Are you hinting at that when he mentioned, when Ebro brought up that he made say Popcaan right for people? Where you hint at? It sound
no. I actually really just want, because we spent so much time on specific areas, and I felt like there was a lot he said in that 20 minutes. So for me, he mentioned how he met Drake.
Yeah.
And him and Ebro kind of discussed how he kind of know Ebro and invited Ebro to Jamaica.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm touching on that is if for the returning viewers and new viewers, if you go back, this is something we keep echoing almost every episode. And I don't care how many times I say it, I'm going to say it again. Building relationship is the key. It's a big part of it. It's not one, but that's how the older artists back in the day, the Shabba them, whoever. Other people make it despite that. But in any business, this is a business. We have to make connections. Somehow he got that connection with Drake, and he was humble.
Tell them how we meet Drake.
He said Drake was just like constantly like reposting some of his content online, whether it was Twitter or quoting from his songs. And then he was trying to reach out to him. And eventually them reach out and
correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember if Mavado did say remember him say him introduce dancehall and reggae to Drake, or was it him say I him introduce Popcaan?
Him say him introduce dancehall to Drake. Because of the single them did. Which we discussed that.
Yeah, that number makes sense. Like, so people know dancehall.
The fact that you have to even say that is pretty silly.
That's grasping at straws.
And it's silly. Why would you be proud to say the only way somebody learned about dancehall is from you? Not that it's internationally known. Come on, man. Anyway, if Randy have anything else, I think we can move past this topic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going on the next topic.